I wouldn't imagine this to be that hard. I know these are usually press fit inside of these pumps, but maybe we'll get lucky. Okay, well, the screw's not extremely tight. Well, these do have lock washers on, that's nice. Now, I wonder if this will just move or not. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I should be able to just pull on it, right? Oh, really? Is it that easy? It might be that easy. Hang on. Oh yeah, look at that. It's coming right out. Maybe? It is. Barely. Ow! Oh, that hurt. That wasn't so bad. I didn't even need to take the pump off. I'm wondering if it's going to be a big deal having this high flow screen versus this guy here. I don't think it should be that big of a deal. Does this one turn? I might have to put this in a vise or something. Unless we give her the old brute force treatment. Hey, there we go. Hey. But the question, can I actually pull it apart as easily? Oh, cool. But does it fit in the other pump properly? Oh, almost too easy actually. Now that the pickups are sorted out, I can start focusing on the oil pans. As I've mentioned before, this is the front sump pan from the 3 liter. This has a 2-piece rear main seal, which is a little bit of a shallower design than the 2.5 liter oil pan, and it has a bit of a deeper sealing surface than the 3 liter. So I cannot just bolt this one onto that engine and call it good. The plan here is to use the fancy plasma cutting machine, hopefully cut as close to the flange up around here as I can, and then I'm going to try to leave all of this part of the pan so that this surface will remain the same, and then all the way around the edge, and then as much of this surface is intact as well, so that I can use the factory sealing surfaces from this pan, and I'll have to do the same on this pan here, following the edge nice and tight, as close to this sealing surface as I can get, so that I will have more material on this pan that I can merge into this one, making it maybe a little deeper, and I'll still be able to use my turbo drain that I had for the 2.5 on this engine as well. Now I know most plasma cutters aren't really fazed by paint, so I should be fine to just go to town. I say they're not fazed by paint, I'm probably really wrong. I'm gonna turn the camera off while I do this because I'm gonna get probably mad at it, to be honest. Oh. That's a good sign, right? Oh. Look at that. That's an oil pan. Yeah, it ended up actually better than I was expecting. It did warp a tiny bit. Can you see that on camera? Yeah, it did warp on me, but I can make up for that. That's fine. Let's fit that to the second one and see. Huh. Now I'll just set this aside for a later day. Might turn that into, ooh, I could turn that into a console. Oh my God, that's genius. Oh my goodness. Depending on how it sits in the truck, I could have like the shifter coming up through here. I could put cup holders in the back. Oh, I just got so much inspiration. How did I ever put this in here? What the hell? Sorry. Now in theory, again, this is purely hack job science at its best. Oh boy. Okay, is that very smart? I don't like this idea. I mean, I like the idea, but I don't. How did I? roughly where I gotta cut it, right? Oh no, fire. Well, good news. These two look like they will go together, you know, somewhat well. All right, we're gonna try and get this out before my battery dies because I think we're getting pretty close to the end. This is just gonna need a little bit of trimming. I left this big chunk on the back on purpose because I didn't know exactly how much I would need to leave to make the two work together. So this guy up front is almost the exact same dimension, and then I'm gonna need a little bit of massaging along the outsides, but it's gonna work really well. What I'm gonna do is kind of just tuck this guy in here, something like that. Actually, exactly like that. Trace this line out, cut that out, and then this is pretty much ready to weld together. Okay, let's try that. How does that fit? Oh, so well. Oh my God, that's beautiful. That is really, really, really good. It's not perfect, but I can make up for that. Okay, I definitely need to trim this side now by quite a bit, honestly. More than I thought I would need to. Just a little bit off. Okay, there is the teeny little line I've come up with. It's not the prettiest cut in the universe, but that I can make work. Alrighty, I'm gonna go through and clean all the edges on this. It's gonna take me a while, so I might do it off camera, we'll see. It's not bad. It's nowhere close to perfect. I'm gonna have to massage the hell out of this, but I think I can make it work. Not bad, but not great. Okay, the shape of that needs to change a lot. I think I can make this work. Alright, so everything turned out so far so good. I'm gonna tack this in a couple places to hold it, and then I'm gonna use just a little hammer to beat the pan into submission, and then we'll start welding the whole thing up. Well, there are some pretty gnarly gaps I have to close up with my hammer, but check this out. I just had to bend the factory dipstick tube out of the way just so it'll clear, and the pickup is off, so it's gonna be on here yet, but all right. That is a rear sump oil pan for a 3-liter, and it doesn't actually look like it warped too bad at all. That's really nice. So I'm going to kind of do the rest of this maybe off camera, we'll see. But that looks fantastic. Awesome. So here's what I spent the last like hour doing. Finding a spot that's off, giving it a whack, giving it a tack, moving on. I'm gonna be welding the inside and the outside seams just to be safe. And I mean, so far, it's looking pretty damn good. Apart from here, I'm gonna have to do some filler here, but that's another point. For now, this is looking really good. It's gonna be ugly, but it's underneath the truck, so who's gonna care? So to spare you the pain, I'm just gonna go around, smack it and tack it and smack it and tack it until I get the whole thing tacked up. And then I'll probably come back once I start fully welding. Well, maybe not, because I'm just gonna be sitting here going, and it's gonna take me forever, so we'll see. All right, so after all that welding, here's where the oil pan ended up. It's not the prettiest thing in the universe, and it's not exactly done either. Seam is completely welded all the way around it. I might yet off camera and just weld the inside seam as well. And then what I'll probably do is much like this weld on that bung for the oil return, I'll just add a skim coat of silicone and I think we'll be fine. This never caused me any problems. It never leaked before, so I think this is fine to do. And yeah, that's kind of it for the oil pan. So now that the oil pan is done, we can get on to actually putting it on and fitting this engine and trans in here. That's gonna be fun. Stay tuned for that. It's coming soon.